By taking employee experience as a starting point, organizations set the stage for future-focused success. Why is it essential to ensure a proper groundwork for HR success? And are HR operations itself not the perfect starting point for implementing transformations? Welcome to Capgemini Invent Talks. Today I'm here with Valerie and Soukayna, both experts on employee experience and HR IT transformations who will share some perspective. Soukayna, would you like to share with us why organizations should take employee experience as their top priority?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, Nikki. If we look at employee experience, we really see it as a buzzword that lives a lot in the current HR organizations, and mainly it's viewed as a strategic topic. When looking at employee experience, we're talking about employee journey from beginning to end within an organization. And on the other hand, if we look at operational excellence, we're talking about aligning processes, ways of working, and making sure that you have the right solutions in place to enable that employee experience that you want. You can, of course, do that if you don't start with the end in mind. So while doing these foundational work, so to say, you really need to have a clear view of what the employee experience is that you want to establish as an organization. And one of the failures that we see a lot in organizations is that they don't have a clear employee experience vision in mind while starting off these transformations, which really makes them miss the mark at this point.
And Valerie, would you like to share your perspective on how HR leaders can use employee experience when striving for operational excellence?
Yes, they can do that by mapping the employee experience. For example, by creating personas or employee journeys. And when they do that, HR can really identify what are the key initiatives we need to focus on, because they really start thinking from an employee perspective and they're really identifying what are the key moments that matter for an employee. This will help HR to bring more focus and shift towards a more employee-centric approach. What we saw at our client side is that they had a very long, extensive recruitment process, for example. There they had a lot of approval steps in between. A lot of was done manually. And there we really dove into those processes, tried to automate the processes, tried to standardize those. This really helped the organization to reduce manual work, to minimize data entry, to minimize data errors, and to improve the ways of working. So if you focus on that solid basis, then you really can start thinking about the real strategic initiatives.
So Soukayna, maybe most important, what are the recipes for a successful HR transformation?
And there isn't, of course, one recipe for success, but one of the crucial ones is really making sure that in these transformations, the technology is an enabler instead of the goal or purpose itself. And what we see a lot in organizations is if you don't have a clear HR IT strategy or vision in place, it makes it really hard to see all of these standalone improvements and projects part of the bigger picture, because that's what you want to have as an organization. And early on stakeholder involvement and stakeholder management throughout the transformation really helps making this a successful transformation.
Thanks for sharing those insights. So please get in touch if you want to learn more about employee experience or dive into the newest release of Capgemini's HR IT trend report called the Cloud Watch to learn how to use HR technology to face current trends and disruptions. Thank you for watching this Capgemini Invent Talks.